Chapter 206. After Alex went downstairs, Don Stephen, who was sitting in the car, quickly beckoned for Alex to come over immediately. "Mr. Anderson, get in the car." Alex nodded before walking over to the car quickly. Stephen started driving as soon as Alex got into the car and then headed toward the outskirts of the city. On the way there, Stephen suddenly said anxiously, "I heard that a very famous and reputable feng shui master will also be coming from Korea today. Mr. Anderson, you cannot let him steal your limelight." After that, Stephen continued speaking. "Miss Adair is the eldest daughter of the Adair family, and she will be taking over the Adair family business soon. If we manage to save her from this predicament, she will definitely take care of us in the future." Alex laughed before saying, "Stephen, you are not so kind after all. Yesterday, you told me that the reason why you were so worried about Faria was that you wanted to repay her father's kindness. However, now your true colors are finally exposed. It seems as though you just want to get into Faria's good books." Stephen quickly replied embarrassedly, "Well, repaying their kindness is just one aspect of it. However, getting closer to them and getting into their good books is a whole different story. I know that you have some skills and you know what you are doing, Mr. Anderson. Therefore, it is also not a bad thing for you to get closer to Miss Adair. After all, Miss Adair is very young and attractive, and she also has a strong family background. If both of you were to become good friends and join forces in the future, don't you think that it would be a good thing for you?" Alex smiled before he replied faintly, "If the feng shui master that the Adair family hired from Korea is really good, there is nothing else that I can do." Stephen sighed as soon as he heard Alex's words. "Well, let's go over and have a look anyway. You are a master of metaphysics with real skills and abilities. Let's see if we can use this opportunity to take this business deal away from that man from Korea." Alex did not reply because he was thinking about this matter in his heart. If Master Oliver from Korea was really a descendant of the Oliver family, Alex was certain that he would have some skills and an appropriate level of expertise in feng shui. Therefore, he might as well make the trip to the Adair family to take a look at what Master Oliver was capable of. Perhaps, he could even have some enlightenment to further comprehend and study the contents of the tragedy book. Miss Adair's villa was located in the most luxurious villa area in the suburbs. Stephen finally stopped the car in front of a super luxurious and beautiful villa. At this time, a man who looked to be the Adair family's butler came out to see who it was. Stephen hurriedly raised his head and asked, "Uncle, is the eldest young lady home?" The butler nodded indifferently before he asked, "Stephen, what are you doing here?" Stephen laughed before he replied with a smile on his face. "Uncle, I invited a feng shui master here today to have a look at the young lady. He is truly a very skillful master of metaphysics." The butler glanced at Alex, who was sitting in the passenger's seat. He obviously did not take the young man seriously and simply replied coldly, "Stephen, Master Oliver from Korea is already here to take a look at Miss Adair and give her advice on her feng shui matters. If there is nothing else, I think you should go home first." Stephen quickly replied, "Uncle, since Mr. Anderson is already here, can't you just let him in so that he can just take a look at Miss Adair? Besides, Mr. Anderson is also friends with Miss Adair." Butler then replied mildly, "There are so many people who always say that they are friends with Miss Adair. I am already immune to it. Besides, would anyone you bring here today be better than Master Oliver from Korea? The Adair family has spent a lot of money and effort just to bring Master Oliver all the way here. I am not going to let you in so that you can cause any trouble for Master Oliver." Alex was a little surprised when he heard Butler's words. He was not surprised because of the identity of the feng shui master, but he was surprised because Stephen was a well-known mobster boss that everyone was scared of in Oris Hill. However, it seemed as though the Adair family's butler was not afraid of him at all. Moreover, Stephen even talked to him in such a respectful and polite manner. At this time, Alex could not help thinking to himself that if news about the way Butler spoke to Stephen traveled across Oris Hill, no one would be afraid of Don Stephen anymore.